If you walked into a high-end home in 2026, you might swear you were standing on French oak or Italian slate, only to find out it's actually plastic. Luxury vinyl plank, or LVP, has completely taken over the flooring market, promising to be the waterproof, indestructible, budget-friendly savior for homeowners. But is it really the miracle product manufacturers claim it is? We are tearing apart the marketing layers to reveal the truth about durability, the actual resale value compared to real wood, and the toxic secrets some brands try to hide. To understand why this flooring is dominating renovations in 2026, you have to look at what is happening beneath the surface. LVP isn't just a slice of plastic, it is a sandwich of engineered performance. At the bottom, you have the backing layer, often cork or foam, which dictates comfort and sound. Above that sits the core, the engine of the plank, which we will discuss shortly because it changes everything. Then comes the print layer, a high-definition photograph of wood or stone that has become frighteningly realistic in recent years. Finally, and most importantly, there is the wear layer. Think of this clear topcoat like the screen protector on your phone. It doesn't make the phone structurally stronger, but it stops the keys in your pocket from ruining the glass. That stack of materials is what separates cheap vinyl that curls in the sun from the high-performance planks going into million-dollar homes. This is where most buyers get confused, and making the wrong choice here can ruin your project. You will see two main acronyms on the boxes, SPC and WPC. SPC stands for Stone Plastic Composite. Manufacturers mix limestone dust with plastic to create a core that is dense, heavy, and absolutely rigid. If you drop a bowling ball on SPC, your toe will hurt, but the floor won't dent. It is the tank of the flooring world. On the other side is WPC, or Wood Plastic Composite. It uses a foaming agent in the core to create air pockets, making it softer, warmer, and quieter. But that comfort comes with a cost. WPC will dent if you drop something heavy or let high heels hammer it daily. In 2026, SPC has largely won the popularity contest because of its durability. But if you want a cozy bedroom floor, WPC is still the superior choice. Walk into a big box store and you will see planks labeled 4mm, 6mm, or 8mm. Ignore that number for a moment. The spec that actually determines lifespan is the wear layer, measured in mils. That's thousandths of an inch, not millimeters. A cheap product might have a 6mm wear layer. Avoid these at all costs. They are essentially temporary flaws that will show scratches within months. For a standard residential home, 12 mils is the bare minimum you should accept. However, if you have a golden retriever or kids dragging toys around, 20 mils is the industry standard for durability in 2026. Commercial spaces go even higher, up to 28 or 30 mils. Remember, a thick plank with a thin wear layer is just a sturdy piece of trash. It might feel solid, but it will look terrible quickly. Marketing teams love the word waterproof. They plaster it on every box of LVP. And technically, they aren't lying. If you take a plank of SPC vinyl and throw it in a swimming pool for a month, it will come out looking exactly the same. It won't swell like laminate or rot like wood. But your subfloor is a different story. While the planks themselves are waterproof, the seams between them are not watertight submarines. If your dishwasher explodes or a pipe bursts, water can and will seep through the cracks and pool underneath your waterproof floor. Mold can grow there happily while your vinyl surface looks perfect. So yes, LVP is fantastic for bathrooms and spills that you wipe up quickly, but don't treat it like a boat hull. It protects the floor from the top down, not the house from a flood. For years, the millennial grey floor was everywhere. It looked sterile, cold, and frankly, cheap. In 2026, that trend is dead and buried. The market has shifted aggressively toward warmth. We are seeing rich honey tones, nutty browns, and natural light oaks taking over. The technology of embossed in register, EIR, has also become a standard requirement for quality LVP. This means the physical texture on the plank matches the printed grain perfectly. If you see a knot, you can feel the knot. Without this technology, you experience a weird disconnect where your eye sees wood texture, but your foot feels a flat plastic sheet. When you shop, look for wide planks. 7 to 9 inches is the current sweet spot. Anything narrower tends to look busy and dated unless you are doing a specific herringbone pattern. Let's be clear about one thing. Scratch-resistant does not mean scratch-proof. LVP is tough, tougher than hardwood in many ways, but it has an Achilles heel: sharp objects. While a dog's nails typically slide right off a 20mm wear layer, dragging a heavy refrigerator or a couch with a missing felt pad will gouge the vinyl deeply. Unlike solid hardwood, which you can sand down and refinish, a deep scratch in LVP is permanent. Your only fix is to rip out the damaged plank and replace it, which can be a nightmare if your floor is clicked together from wall to wall. You have to disassemble the entire room just to reach the one bad board in the middle. Always buy 2 or 3 extra boxes when you install, because finding a color match 5 years later is statistically impossible. Manufacturers love to sell LVP as DIY-friendly, claiming you can snap it together over a weekend. While the click-lock mechanism is indeed brilliant, they gloss over the most critical part: subfloor prep. LVP is like a lie detector for your subfloor. Because the locking joints are rigid, any significant unevenness in the ground will cause the planks to flex when you step on them. Over time, that movement snaps the locking tabs, and your floor starts separating. You cannot just lay this over lumpy concrete or warped plywood. The flatness tolerance is usually tight, often less than 3/16 of an inch over 10 feet. If you skip the leveling compound or the sanding, your expensive waterproof floor will fail within 2 years. The installation is easy. The preparation is where the real work happens. One of the biggest complaints homeowners have after switching from carpet or cork to LVP is the noise. Cheap vinyl floating floors can have a hollow, plastic-sounding clack when you walk on them with shoes. It makes the whole house feel less substantial. This is where the attached pad comes in. Premium LVP products in 2026 come with a pre-attached acoustic underlayment, usually made of cork or high-density foam. This doesn't just speed up installation, it deadens the sound transmission. If you are buying a thinner SPC product without an attached pad, you absolutely need to put down a quality underlayment first. Also, consider the temperature. SPC floors are dense and conduct cold quickly. If you live in a northern climate, That stone-based core is going to feel like walking on tile in January, unless you have radiant heating. Maintenance is where LVP truly shines, but there is one rule you must never break. Do not use a steam mop. The intense heat can force moisture into the joints, and more importantly, it can cause the vinyl layers to delaminate or the core to warp. You might ruin your warranty in a single cleaning session. The beauty of LVP is that it requires almost nothing. A pH-neutral cleaner and a microfiber mop are all you need. Unlike hardwood, you don't need to wax it. In fact, never wax it, as it creates a gross buildup. And unlike tile, you don't have grout lines that turn black over time. It is arguably the most hygienic floor you can own, but you have to treat it with respect. Keep the heat away and avoid abrasive scrubbers that will dull the wear layer over time. We have to address the elephant in the room. LVP is made of PVC, polyvinyl chloride. Historically, vinyl flooring was notorious for off-gassing volatile organic compounds, VOCs, and containing phthalates, which are chemicals linked to various health issues. While the industry has cleaned up its act significantly, not all products are safe. In 2026, you should only consider floors that are Floor Score certified or Green Guard Gold certified. These labels verify that the product meets strict indoor air quality standards. However, even the cleanest LVP is difficult to recycle. Unlike wood, which biodegrades, or tile, which is inert, vinyl flooring usually ends up in a landfill at the end of its life. If environmental impact is your top priority, LVP is honestly not the best choice compared to sustainable timber or linoleum. Let's talk numbers. In 2026, a decent quality LVP will cost you between $3 and $5 per square foot for the material. Premium lines from top brands can push up to $7 or $8. Contrast that with solid hardwood, which starts around $6 for basic oak, but quickly jumps to $12 or $15 for wider planks or exotic species. But the real savings are in the labor. Installing LVP usually costs $2 to $3 per square foot, whereas hardwood installation can easily run $5 to $8 because of the nailing, gluing, and finishing required. When you look at the total project cost, LVP is often half the price of a real wood floor. It is also significantly cheaper than tile once you factor in the labor of laying mortar and grout. It hits a sweet spot of affordability that no other material can currently match. Does LVP increase the value of your home? The answer is a frustrating, it depends. If you are ripping out old, stained carpet or peeling laminate, then yes, putting in fresh, modern LVP will boost your home's appeal and value. It is a massive upgrade. However, if you are comparing it to real hardwood, LVP loses. Real estate data consistently shows that genuine hardwood floors offer the highest return on investment. Buyers in the luxury bracket still expect natural materials. Putting vinyl in a $2 million historic home might actually devalue it. But for the average family home, starter home, or rental property, LVP is now accepted as a premium finish. It won't hurt your resale value unless you are competing in the ultra-luxury market, where plastic is still a dirty word. Brand loyalty changes fast, but a few names have consistently delivered quality into 2026. Cortec remains the heavyweight champion for a reason. They invented the waterproof rigid core category, and their styles are often the trendsetters. Their patented cork backing is also one of the best for sound. For ultimate durability, Shaw's Floorte collection and Mohawk's Solid Tech are beasts that hold up incredibly well to abuse. If you want the most realistic visuals and don't mind paying a premium, look at Candian. Their design layers are often indistinguishable from real wood. When you're in the store, pull 2 planks out of the box and try to click them together. If it feels flimsy or the plastic lip breaks in your hand, walk away. The locking mechanism is just as important as the brand name on the box. Before you swipe your card, run through this final checklist. First, verify the wear layer is at least 20 mils if you have a pulse and live in your house. Second, check the total thickness. Look for at least 5 millimeters or 6 millimeters. Anything thinner will feel cheap. Third, ensure it has an attached pad for sound and comfort. Fourth, look for EIR or embossed in register texture so it doesn't look fake in the sunlight. And finally, check the pattern repeat. Cheap vinyl repeats the exact same knot every 4 planks. You want a product with a high variety of unique planks, so your floor doesn't look like a photocopier glitch. If a salesperson can't answer these questions, find a new store. The specs are printed right on the side of the box for a reason. So, is LVP worth it? For 90% of households in 2026, the answer is an absolute yes. It solves the biggest headaches of homeownership: water damage, scratching, and maintenance, while looking better than it has any right to. It is not wood, and it never will be, but it is a masterclass in engineering that fits how we actually live today. If you want a museum piece, buy hardwood. If you want a floor you can live on, dance on, and spill wine on without a panic attack, LVP is the winner. It has earned its place as the default flooring of our generation, not because it's cheap, but because it works.